Assalamualaikum everybody. We are going to move towards the next topic, that is assessment orientation. What is assessment? Why psychological assessments are used in child psychology? What are the what does mean by parent interview? What are the ethics? How do we write the report structure and assessment selection? The major focus will be on assessment selection कि हमें कौन सी assessment use करनी है, कब use करनी है, why, when, where, which assessment should be used. The major portion is this. You should know the name of each assessment. What is the purpose of that assessment? For which, you can say disorder, we use which assessment. Okay. So, okay. Next is today's learning map. This is the learning map. Assessment is not just a test. It's a structured clinical decision making process. One thing I am going to repeat, and like in Urdu, this is one thing I have listened from my seniors, from my teacher, and she said कि assessment बहुत रिस्की होती है, ठीक है। आपकी एक थोड़ी सी गलत असेसमेंट से जब आप एक बच्चे को डायग्नोसिस देते हो, उसकी वजह से एक बच्चे की जिंदगी खराब हो सकती है, क्योंकि असेसमेंट का जो रिजल्ट होगा उसी की बेस पे इंटरवेंशन स्टार्ट होगी, ठीक है। अब लेट्स सपोज के किसी को लिवर का मसला है या किसी को हार्ट का मसला है, दीज आर बहुत डिफरेंट थिंग्स। अगर आप अपने डायग्नोसिस में टेस्टिंग के बाद आपने कह दिया नहीं भाई, टेस्ट गलत अप्लाई करने की वजह से यू गाइस सेड नो दिस इज द लिवर प्रॉब्लम, यू आर गिविंग द मेडिकेशन फॉर द लिवर ट्रीटमेंट, ओके, बट द प्रॉब्लम वाज इन हार्ट, the heart is not getting proper treatment. The same thing is with the psychological assessment, that you have to choose very wisely that which assessment we should use, because it is going to decide something. It is going to decide the future of a kid, because if you have a wrong assessment, if you have a wrong diagnosis, the life of the kid, the life of the whole family is going to be at the risk, because the intervention, the treatment, the medication, each and everything is going to be wrong just because of your one wrong diagnosis. Okay, so please make it sure that you learn assessment tools very well. I do provide the trainings on the assessment tool to get enrolled in all of that. Please learn that, okay? Because assessments are very necessary. Assessments should be on fingertips of every psychology student. Okay, so let's move towards the proper decision making process. Referral questions, parent interview, select tools, ethical practice, interpret data, and at the end you have to write your report. Okay, why are assessments used? Why the parents are coming to our clinics for the assessment? Why are we recommending anybody for child clinical assessment? Okay, so there are like multiple answers. You multiple reasons that somebody is going to be assessed. They help us understand the child, not judge the child. First one is clarify concerns. Okay, if somebody is having a red flag, for example, we are working with autistic children, I'm saying, is the child having autism or is the child having speech delay? Is the child having red flags? Is the child having behavioral concerns? There are bundles of issues. Sometimes there is a confusion between the ADHD and autism. There is a confusion between ID and autism multiple times. Okay, so you have to clarify your concerns. What exactly is difficult? Communication, in attention, learning, sensory behavior, adaptive skills. What is difficult for the kid? Okay, you have to clarify. And then is the document baseline. Assessment is very necessary, because if you are going to start any intervention, you should have a proper baseline. Before therapy, we need a starting point to compare progress over time. For example, after 6 months, after 3 months, after 1 year, we are giving a progress report to any parent. We should know what was the baseline. मतलब कितनी improvement आई है, कितनी duration में, 3 माह में, 4 माह में, 5 माह में बच्चे ने कितना improve किया है। क्योंकि अक्सर ही पेरेंट्स का होता है कि द चाइल्ड न्यू एवरीथिंग अर्लियर, कि बच्चे को तो सब कुछ आता था, आप लोगों ने क्या किया। आई हैड मल्टीपल एक्सपीरियंसेस, लाइक देयर वर क्लाइंट्स, इंटरनेशनल क्लाइंट्स, एंड दे सेड कि आवर चाइल्ड न्यू इट ऑलरेडी। आई वाज सो शॉक्ड, मतलब कि If your child knew everything, why are you coming to me? मैंने उनको जो भी कहना ना, मैंने कहा इसका ये टास्क है, ये तो उसको आता है। जब भी मैंने कहा ये उसको आता है, ये वो कर लेता है, ये तो उसे पहले ही आता था, आपने मतलब क्लिनिक आने से पहले। एंड एट द एंड आई सेड प्लीज leave, I'm not going to take this session, because honestly I don't have the energy to deal all the time with toxicity. Okay, I have very clear boundaries. So if you are not satisfied, I like, if you are already biased कि मिस ऐसी है मिस वैसी है, I can't do anything. Okay, so please um, try to convince them, try to counsel them, but if they are already planned, we have to say no, 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 then please save your mental health, prioritize your mental health, prioritize the energy and time for other kids which are really in need of your help or your therapy. And the next is plan intervention. Why the assessment is necessary? Why the assessment is used? The same thing intervention. कि जब पता ही नहीं होगा डायग्नोसिस कि आप ट्रीटमेंट क्या करोगे, आप क्या मैनेजमेंट करोगे ना, सो इंटरवेंशन के लिए फॉर एग्जांपल कि एक बच्चा आईडी है, आईडी के लिए हम अलग गोल्स बनाते हैं, और डिस्ट्रिक्ट बच्चे के लिए अलग गोल्स बनते हैं, सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. And the next is support referral. Some concerns need speech, OT, pediatrician, psychiatry, school support, or neurology referral. Okay, it means sometimes the assessment is necessary for the reference. In school setting, there are like institutes which say we need a psychological report of a kid, and we have to provide that. And the practical example, parent says he doesn't listen. Assessment breaks into this: hearing, receptive language, attention, non-compliance, sensory overload, unclear instructions. Okay, it means parents are saying कि बच्चा सुनता नहीं है. हम लोग को ये देखना पड़ेगा कि भाई सुनने का क्या मसला आ रहा है. Does the child have like having the hearing issue? Is the child having receptive language? It means he or she is not receiving the information. इसको मतलब ही नहीं समझ आ रहा. What does mean by that statement? What does mean when somebody is calling me? Is the child having attention issues? Is the child having non-compliance? Is there any sensory overload because of that the child couldn't listen, or the unclear instructions? The instructions the parent were providing, these were not clear. This is the cycle. First of all, we have the referral. Why the patient or the child or the parents came for the assessment. You have to take the history, you have to take the interview from the parents, what is their perspective, and each and everything, any history, like उन्होंने पहले कभी sessions लिए हैं, or they already into the therapy, have they done any assessment before, all the detailed history. Okay, and the next is observation. You have to observe the kid by yourself. And then next is report writing and the tools. You should know what I am going to report, what I am going to write in the report of this kid. And the next is tools. Which tool are you going to use, which test, which scale, each and everything for the kid. Because sometimes only one test can't diagnose anything. For the diagnosis, at least 3 to 4 assessment tools should be used. And the next is from referral to report. Referral questions. Why is the child being assessed? It means, let me tell you guys कि जब भी मेरे पास बच्चा आता है, I say कि what the reasons you thought I should visit the clinic. मतलब कौन सी रीजन थी जिससे आपको लगा नहीं यार अब मेरी बस होगी, अब मुझे क्लिनिक जाना चाहिए, कि क्लिनिक में जाके ही ये चीजें ठीक होंगी, या ये चीजें मुझे वहां से ही समझ आएंगी. My first statement is this: after taking the basic history of the name and demographics. Okay, the next is consent plus history. You have to take the consent that I am taking this information, this will be the confidential, each and everything is safe here. You have to take them in confidence, and please keep the confidentiality very private. Maintain the confidentiality. Don't let anybody breach into it. And the next is direct observation. You have to observe the kid. You have to communicate. Okay, hi, how are you? What's your name? What did you have in the breakfast? Some type of these questions. And then you have to look at the behavior. What the behavior? Hyper, normal, or what? The task. Any task you are giving a kid, is he or she performing those or not? And then the standardized tools. What tools are you going to use? Integrate results. feedback plus report. For example, this is the case example, 5 lives. Referral question, parents report Ali doesn't respond to name. Okay, it means कि ये कि parents के concerns है कि बच्चा respond नहीं करता नेम को. Repeat cartoons, मतलब जो cartoons बोल रहे होते हैं, the child repeats the same language as in the cartoons. And then the next is run away in the market. It means the kid is kind of hyper. He has running. And the next is has difficulty in nursery class. It means academics are also weak. What we know. Okay, age 5, speaks in short phrases, loves cards, limited peer play, tantrums when phone is removed. These are the things we have observed. What we don't know. Hearing status, language level, adaptive skills, sensory triggers, developmental history, school observation. ये सब चीजें जो हमें नहीं पता. We have to like assess. We have to take the clinical interview. We have to go for the assessment tools to know all of these things. Okay. Parents interview. First of all, you have to take the parents interview. Parents interview is very compulsory because the children are very younger. They are very small kids. They can't tell you everything on their own. Okay, so you have to take the parents' interest and take interview from them. Okay, these are the things you have to ask in interview. Let's read these first, and then we are going to move on this picture. Build rapport. Start with the bond. I am here to understand your child, not blame anyone. Okay, this is the thing that you have to take them in confidence. That okay, we are safe here. You can tell me what are your problems, what are your concerns. We are going to resolve together. Then in the collect history, you have to collect each and every history. Pregnancy, like it was there prenatal, postnatal, any complications. Did the child cry instantaneously after the birth? Did the child achieve all the milestones? What are the medical history? Like, is the child already taking some medication or not? फैमिली कॉन्टेक्स्ट व्हाट आर द फैमिली लाइक कि फैमिली में किसी को ऑलरेडी वो हुआ है इज देयर एनीथिंग इन द चेंज ऑन इन द फैमिली हिस्ट्री द सेम डिसऑर्डर द सेम रेड फ्लैग्स एंड द स्कूलिंग हाउ द चाइल्ड इज परफॉर्मिंग इन द स्कूल और does like he or she visit the schools or not. Then define concerns. Convert vague words into observable examples, frequency, duration, settings. Okay. Parents, of course, each culture, parents use different language. So you have to listen those and convert those vague words into your observable example. For example, if the parents are saying he or she hits a lot, you should ask them how many times he or she hits a lot per hour, per minute, per day. Like you have to count those things. You have to count the duration. You have to ask about the settings. कि वो बच्चा अगर hitting कर रहा है तो either in school or in class or in home, you have to ask about the settings. Plan next up, you have to decide which tools we are going to use. Observation, referrals, each and everything. Do not ask like an interrogation. Interrogation, for example, use respectful listening, simple language, and culturally sensitive examples. Parent interview domains. These are the domains you have to discuss with parents. First is presenting concerns. The thing is main worry. अभी why did the parents visit the clinic? क्या जरूरत थी उनको क्लिनिक आने की? अच्छा वो पेरेंट्स कह रहे हैं कि ये हिटिंग बहुत करता है तो कितनी देर से कर रहा है, ऑन सेट क्या है, ड्यूरेशन कितना है, किस किस सेटिंग में कर रहा है, उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ रहा है घर वालों पे, बच्चों पे, आसपास के लोगों पे, फैमिली पे. You should know the developmental history, communication history, how the communication history or the way the child does communicate, how he or she communicates. Then the behavior. What's the behavior of the kid? What is the screen time? What are the reinforcers? Then the sensory and play. You have to ask about the feed. Does the child like eat regularly or he or she is a picky eater? What is the sleeping pattern? What are the basic trials, reinforcers, same thing. Adaptive skills, dressing, eating, schools and clinic, and the family priorities. That what are the basic priority of the family? That what should we do right now? Okay, this is the mock interview questions. You can ask the parents. I am going to go down. You can read it, pause it, and read this. Okay, this is the sample. This is the template. You can take notes when you are taking the history or you are taking the clinical interview from the parents. Okay, you should know that what I have to write in the concerns, communications, behavior, strengths. Okay. Okay, the thing is, do not depend on one resource. Don't just depend on observation. Don't just depend on the interview. Don't just depend on one tool. You have to integrate all of these things. Okay, ethical assessment practice, informed consent, confidentiality, competence, non-discrimination. All of these are just so basic ethics. We have repeated them multiple times that you should be very fair, you should be respectful, you should use the evidence-based and child-centered practices. Child-centered therapy practice, evidence-based instruments or tools for the assessments. Consent, confidentiality, and culture before assessment. Explain the fees, duration, tools. हम tools कौन कौन से यूज करेंगे, टाइम कितना लगेगा असेसमेंट में, फीस कितनी होगी, अच्छा ब्रेक बच्चे की होगी अंदर की नहीं होगी, स्कोरिंग कब मिलेगी, रिपोर्ट टाइम कितनी देर तक आपको मिल जाएगा, फीडबैक सेशन आपको कब मिलेगा, ठीक है. ड्यूरिंग असेसमेंट आस्क परमिशन बिफोर वीडियो एंड फोटो अगर आप लोग कोई ले रहे हैं. अवॉइड शेमिंग लैंग्वेज, प्लीज बी वेरी रिस्पेक्टफुल टू द पेरेंट्स. आपने उनको कोई भी ऐसा वर्ड नहीं यूज करना विच कैन शेम देम. allow child break. If, for example, if the child is of 3 to 4 years, he or she can't sit for the straight 3 to 4 hours. Please be very careful about it. And the next is after assessment, share results privately, give written recommendations, avoid public discussion of the case. These are the sensitive wording. For example, instead of saying your child failed, we can say this area is currently difficult for him and it can be supported through structured goals. Okay, this is the report structure. How are you going to write the assessment report of the kid? First of all, you have to write the identifying information. It means all the um, demographics. And in the report writing, the next step will be the referral reason why the child was the referred, and then the background history, behavioral observations, your observations, and then the tool administered, which tools were used, all the details of the tools. Okay, results and interpretation. What were the results, qualitative and quantitative, both interpretations. Diagnosis, impression, or formulation. What is the final diagnosis? And then the next is recommendations and therapy plan. You have to be very careful about the wording you are using while writing a report writing. The professional wording is this one and weak is this one. So please be very careful while writing a report. Okay, this is very interesting thing. We are going to learn which assessment selection. This is the decision tree. Okay. So the decision tree is start with the referral question. Is this SD? What goal should we teach? Why is the behavior happening? Okay, these are the basic things. It means, for example, if you have read the DSM-5 TR, you should know the basic diagnosis, like what are the key. Sorry, I forgot about actually. Uh, what are the key words and what are the key symptoms of any diagnosis? Okay, for example, in ASD, you know, two major domains, deficits in social communication, restricting and adaptive patterns of behaviors, and then the came in the further ASD symptoms. For the ASD symptoms, if you are thinking there are the red flags for the ASD, you can say guards 3, cards 2, observations, and DSM history. You can use these tools. And adaptive skills के लिए you can go for the adaptive checklist and 1 and 3. For skill programming, you can go for the ABLZAR, VBMAP, AFERS, and if anybody new to this class, I can tell you we are also providing the free course on the ABLZAR. You can get enrolled in it and just go for the new learning. Behavior function. If you want to identify the function of the behavior, go for the ABC, QABI, interview, FPA data. And then the sensory concerns, for if there are sensory concerns, you can't resolve this, okay? You have to go for the OT. Please concern any occupational therapist for this in detail. SPM, sensory profile plus OT graph. Okay, this is the comparison between these tools. GARS-3 autism characteristics, parent and teacher rating, severity index, screening supporting data. These are the things, please read by yourself. What does it mean? GARS-3, CARS-2, Vineland-3. Vineland-3 is, there are multiple forms. Adaptive behavior, there are domain scores. Then the ABLES are learning and language skills, डायरेक्ट प्रॉब्स प्लस ऑब्जर्वेशन स्किल प्रोफाइल। क्यूए भी है, बिहेवियर फंक्शन, केयर गिवर भी इसको रेट कर सकता है, बिहेवियर का रिकॉर्ड हम रख सकते हैं, एंड देन द पॉसिबल फंक्शन। एसपीएम है सेंसरी प्रोसेसिंग, sensory domains. And one thing is for the ID, there are multiple tools. You can also use those. Case-based assessment selection example. You can go for these examples. Please read them. These are the red flags during assessment. Please be very concerned about the safety risk. Okay, you should know about the medical concerns. That does the child have the seizure or not? Does the child having regression or not? Maybe feeding or sleeping issues while you were doing the assessment. Hearing concerns, emotional distress, protection concerns. These are the interviews. This is the child assessment. Please go through this. This is very interesting. These are all the ethical assessment. These are all the ethics. Informed consent, confidentiality, cultural sensitivity, test competence. The test should be valid, reliable, and appropriate. Child welfare first, non-discrimination. Please be very careful that you don't do the discrimination between the kids. Accurate scoring, clear reporting. These are the key terms you have to use while writing the child assessment report. And this is the decision making. You have to go for this, that if the child is having this problem, if the child is having that problem, if the child is having this age or that age, what should I do? Okay. So in for example, for all tools, there is a different time available. For the target domains, different tools are written here. For example, for autism scoring, autism screening and diagnosis, we are choosing MCHAT, SCQ, ADOS2, GARS2, and also GARS3. And next is adaptive behavior, Vineland, ABES, Pedigat. We are not using these. Actually, I'm not using Pedigat right now. Communication and language, CALF, CC, Triple C2, GFTA3, PPBT, and the next is cognition and learning. Go for these. Actually, I am not mastered in these assessment tools. These are related to SLP, so I am not into this. I will learn inshallah, but right now I don't know. This is the sensory profile, and then for the emotional and behavior rating, go for this. Corner 4 is actually for the ADHD, best and brief too. Okay, this is the next step. How and when should we use this tool? Especially if it's related to autism, GARS 3. What is the age range of this? What is the age range of GARS 2, 2 years and older? What is the age range of Vineland 3, birth to 90 years? ABLES are birth to 48 months. Actually, we can go more further for this. BBMAP 0 to 48 months. SPM is 5 months to 12 years. Okay, main to main, we cover in each domain. Administration type, what is the administration type? Questionnaire, this is also structured observation. This is the interviewer questionnaire. This is age direct assessment. BBMAP is direct assessment. SPM is questionnaire. Best uses initial screening for ASD risk. confirm ASD diagnosis, assess adaptive functioning, able to identify learning needs, and set ABA-based treatment goals, guide treatment planning and motivated skill acquisition, identify sensory processing challenges, and plan supports. Okay. The next one is this is a small announcement for you guys that if anybody is interested in the IBT or IBA program, you guys can contact us on this number, and this is the channel you can follow and subscribe it. We are going to start the batch of IBT or IBA at the end of the September or maybe the start of the October. So stay tuned for it. Inshallah, I will highly encourage everybody. You guys are so good. So please go for the specialization, for example, IBT, IBA, or the child psychology. I love this everybody. See you soon, inshallah, in the next video. I hope that you guys are doing good. And if you have any question, please ask me in the comment box. I will respond to you, inshallah.